Okay, welcome. Welcome again. Nice to see you. We're going to continue with the next unit. Remember that today we're going to start unit 8. Okay, unit 8. So you can send to classroom unit 6 and unit 7. Okay. So let me see how many of you are already in classroom. Let me check. Okay, so you are 11 in this moment. Okay, Iris, please complete your name. You have to write your full name, Miss Alfaro. No just Iris Alfaro, no. Iris Concepción Alfaro de Granados. Okay, please, here. Your full name. Anybody else? No, everybody has full name. Excellent. Correct. You have to use the full name. So everybody, Sonia Maribel, yes, Daniel, Eric, yes, no problem. Okay, very good, excellent. Just Iris, please. Complete your name.
Teacher, yo creo que ya lo cambié, pero no sé por qué siempre sale así.
Okay, in this moment?
Sí, sí
okay,
lo hice.
So in this moment, okay, sí. Okay, so let me refresh. Well, maybe.
No sé por qué sale así aún. Ajá.
Okay. Two things,
Me
right?
parece que está completo, pero
Okay,
no sé por qué aparece así ahí.
okay, two things. Maybe that it needs more time, okay, to appear. That's one possibility. It needs more time to appear. Or the second is that you did it in the incorrect place. Okay, but let's wait some minutes. I'm gonna check again later on. I'm gonna check again. So if it doesn't change in the whole class, it's because you did it in the incorrect place, okay? Because if you did it in the correct place, it has to appear during the class. So let's give it some time, okay? Let's give it some time to see. Okay?
Bueno, no sé si porque lo he hecho desde el teléfono, no sé si por eso lo...
Ok, le decía que dos cosas. O puede que necesita más tiempo, le vamos a dar más tiempo durante la clase, pero si durante la clase todavía no cambia, es porque probablemente se ha hecho en un lugar incorrecto y por eso es que el cambio no lo manda. So let's give some time, ¿ok? Le vamos a dar un tiempo durante la clase para ver si se cambia durante la clase. Si no, toda la clase no aparece, hay que revisar. All right?
Ajá, porque siempre hago lo mismo y no sé, hasta ahora veo que me ha dicho, no sé.
Okay, that's why.
Bueno.
Okay, well, let's continue. Yes.
Solo quería comentarles de que el Classroom está enlazado con el correo. Entonces, si ella tiene el correo como Iris nada más, Por eso no se lo cambia, tiene que hacerlo en el correo, porque mi correo lo tenía con otro nombre y tuve que cambiarlo y enlazarlo con mi nombre verdadero para que me lo cambiara el Classroom. Si no, no lo hace.
Gracias. Fíjese que, bueno, en la clase anterior, en el primer módulo, abrí el nuevo correo con mi nombre completo, entonces está enlazado con este Classroom. Pero siempre igual en el primer módulo siempre me lo daba así, siempre lo he cambiado acá desde Classroom. Pero hoy no sé por qué le aparece la teacher así. O sea, sí, ahorita lo acabo de cambiar, no sé si ese será el problema, pero siempre he hecho lo mismo, que le pongo el apellido porque no me aparece así, siempre me aparece como Iris Alfaro. Y yo lo cambio desde acá del teléfono. No sé.
También se puede. O sea, hay una opción ahí para cambiar el nombre, completarlo.
Siempre lo he hecho así, pero no sé por qué hoy aparece diferente.
Ok, bueno, vamos a ver más tarde, como les dije, ¿verdad? Puede que algunos, tal vez el internet no está muy rápido o muy bueno, entonces se tarda en hacer el cambio. Depende ahí de su Inter. Ahora, si no hay problemas con el Inter, pues no sé qué puede ser, ¿verdad? Porque a veces el internet no envía el cambio rápido si el internet está un poco lento. Pero si tampoco al internet no hay problema, no sé, la verdad que puede ser, pero vamos a darle tiempo, como ya le comenté, durante la clase. Ok, vamos a ver. Espero acordarme antes que finalice la clase porque sí tengo que irme, running. Tengo la otra clase seguida, así es que no me podría quedar después de la clase, como a veces me quedaba. Entonces espero acordarme durante la clase, así vemos, y darle el mayor tiempo posible, porque a veces eso es lo que necesita, tiempo. Pero si ya durante toda la clase no me aparece, sí le voy a solicitar que vuelva ahí a ver, tal vez. Ok, pero ya vamos a ver, hay que esperar, hay que darle tiempo. Me imagino que ya va a aparecer el cambio. Ok, so let's...
Miss, una consulta. Ya hoy sí ya se van a poder ver las clases, porque yo las estuve tratando de volver a ver y no encontraba. Con este link ya podemos regresar a ver.
Fíjese que todavía no, porque no me han dado la cuenta para subirlas, como van poco a poco, ¿verdad? A mí me
Ok.
dieron ayer la cuenta, ahora se la dieron a ustedes, entonces probablemente mañana tal vez me den el link, me abran la cuenta para yo poder subir. Ok, las clases ya están, pero no están en Classroom. Ya las subí, pero al lugar de EduClase, y ahí ustedes no tienen, en una cuenta privada de EduClase, entonces ustedes todavía no tienen acceso. No sé
Ok.
si las van a enviar automáticamente, porque yo ya las puse ahí. No sé si las van a enviar automáticamente o yo las voy a tener que mandar una por una. Todavía no sé, porque todavía no me han dado la nueva cuenta para subirla. Así
Ok,
es que
gracias.
ahí vamos poco a
Gracias, Miss.
poco. Poco a poco creo que vamos. Así que be patient, please. Ok, pero allá vamos, avanzando. All right. So, well, let's continue with the next unit. Unit, as soon as I'm gonna let you know, okay? The day that I upload the, the classes, I will let you know in class, okay? Don't worry. Okay, so here we have a new unit. We have a new vocabulary. So now it's not related with home, right? With houses. Now it's related with professions. Okay, here we have different professions, right? That are very common. Most of them are very common in our country too. So let's listen, and then we're gonna use and we're gonna do that exercise. Okay, so let's listen.
Unit 8. Where do you work? Page 50. Exercise 1. Word power. Jobs. Part A. Match the jobs with the pictures. Then listen and practice. 1,
J. Police officer.
2,
O.
Part A. Match the jobs with the pictures. Then listen and practice. 1,
J. Police officer.
2,
O. Taxi driver.
3,
P. Vendor.
4, G. Host. 5,
N. Server.
6,
D. Chef.
7,
K. Receptionist.
8,
A. Accountant.
9,
I. Office manager.
10,
F. Front desk clerk.
11,
B. Bellhop.
12,
H. Nurse.
Okay, we stop here. Nurse. Nurse. Okay, it's a boy, right? But remember that boys and girls can be nurse. So let's continue.
Unit 8. Where do you work?
E. Doctor.
14,
L. Salesperson.
15,
C. Cashier.
16,
M. Security guard.
Okay, those are the professions that we have to learn, maybe new vocabulary. So remember, police officer, taxi driver, right? Number 3, they say. Do you remember?
Vendor.
Vendor, okay, vendor. Remember that vendor is more for streets, right? Because we have seller, salesperson. So it depends on the place. It depends on the place, but they are similar. Vendor, salesperson, and seller. Similar. They buy things. Okay. And here I want to tell you something about receptionist and this person, clerk. Okay, front desk clerk. The front desk clerk is more related with hotels, for example, right? Because a receptionist receives people, but this person, the front desk clerk, is like, let's say, register and do some other activities. And in this case, the receptionist just give information, right? So this is similar to a receptionist, but the difference is that it's in hotels. Okay, and what else? Well, the bellboy, the cashier, right? The cashier. We can see there, but the cashier is the person who takes the money when you pay. Okay, that is the cashier. Okay, in the super selected, there are many cashiers. Okay, we pay them. Okay, so those are the cashiers. So you see security or security guard. Okay, security or security guard. And that's it, right? Nurse for boys and for girls. Nurse for boys and for girls. Okay. Well, let's repeat together these jobs, professions. Okay, we're gonna repeat together. So you can see there the names so you can repeat. Okay.
Unit 8. Where do you work? Page 50. Exercise 1. Word power. Jobs. Part A. Match the jobs with the pictures. Then listen and practice. 1,
J. Police officer.
Okay, there we have police. Okay, police, not police. Police. Police officer. Okay, and the same, right? Call the police. Now call the police. Call the police. Okay, call the police or the police officer. Can you repeat, please? Police officer.
Police officer.
Okay, let's continue.
2,
O. Taxi driver.
Easy, right? Taxi driver. It can be truck driver, bus driver. Okay, in general, it's a driver, but specifically, we just add the transportation, right? We just add taxi driver, bus driver, train driver. Okay, so and there we have the different drivers.
3,
P. Vendor.
Okay, there we have, remember the pronunciation of the V, right? So vendor, vendor, vendor. Can you pronounce vendor, please?
Vendor.
Vendor, vendor. Okay, thanks. Next.
4. G. Host.
Okay,
Host.
host. Host.
Host.
Okay, is the person who receive, right? Receive people. Host is the person. So you see this lady, the one in yellow skirt and orange blouse. Okay, she is the host. So she's saying, welcome, come in, take a seat. Okay, I don't know. So she's the host, the person who receives. Okay.
5. N. Server.
Here we have a server. Okay, that is similar to waitress and waiter. Waitress for girls and waiter or waiter for boys. So it is similar, okay, to waiter and or waiter and waitress. Number 5.
6. D. Chef.
Okay, so it looks like this girl, right? But no, it's the chef. It's the chef here. So it is not that obvious, but here is the chef. Okay, it looks like more like this girl, but no, this lady. No, it's this. Here is the chef. Okay, chef.
7,
K.
you remember what is K?
Reception.
Receptionist.
6. D. Chef. 7.
K. Receptionist.
Correct.
8.
What about number 8? Do you remember that profession, that job?
Accountant.
Accountant. Correct. Accountant.
A. Accountant.
9.
I. Office manager.
Okay, office manager. Remember that we have different types of, it's like the driver, right? You just add before the specific. For example, can be human resources manager, can be marketing manager, can be customer service manager. I don't know. So you just add the specific, okay, type or kind of manager. It's the same like you just add the specific type of driver, bus driver, but before, okay, bus driver, train driver, taxi driver. So in this case, what kind of manager? Human resources manager, marketing manager, etc. Okay? Anybody?
10. F. Front desk clerk.
Okay.
11. B. Bellhop.
Okay. So there we have, right? Here we have the front desk clerk and the bellhop or bellboy. We can say bellboy. Okay. And you see front desk clerk. Front desk clerk. Similar to receptionist. Okay, tell me please. You tell me number 12.
Nurse.
A nurse. Correct. Nurse. 13. Easy.
Doctor.
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 Easy. 14.
Concierge.
I didn't listen.
Salesperson.
Okay. Salesperson. Correct. Salesperson, right? That in this case is, well, in a store. So you see, and a vendor is around and a salesperson is in a store, for example. Okay, then we have 15. Do you remember 15?
Cashier.
Okay.
Cashier.
Almost. Cashier. Cashier. Correct. Cashier. Okay, cashier. And the last one.
Security guard.
Guard.
Security guard.
Guard. We don't
Security
pronounce.
guard.
Yeah, we don't pronounce the U. So security guard. Correct. Okay, so you see that's the vocabulary that we have. Okay, we're gonna work with vocabulary during this unit. Okay, so here we go with the screenshot. Well, I think that was confused with your. I sent a picture first, second place. Okay, it was not for you. Okay, there you are. And now let me take the attendance. Okay, I'm opening the file. Give me a second. The file of your attendance list. Okay, now. Alison Michelle Fuentes.
Present, Miss.
Okay, thank you. Basics Celina.
Present.
Brian Rigoberto.
Present.
Present.
Carlos Alberto.
Hola.
Present, Miss.
Okay.
¿Me escuchó?
Present, Miss.
Yes.
No sé si me escuchó, Miss, es que me
Sí,
falló
Miss,
el
claro que sí,
teléfono.
sí, la escuché. Sí.
Gracias.
Ok, let me come back. Si contestan en el momento, pues yo voy pasando, ¿ok? Solo cuando no contestan, a veces repito para qué. Darles tiempo. Ok, Mr. Rosales. Ok, Carolina Stephanie.
Present, teacher.
Ok. Cecilia Hernández.
Present.
Ok. Daniel Alfredo.
Present, Miss.
Good. Darwin Ernesto. Darwin. No. Delmi Araceli.
Le debo dedicar
Present, Miss.
de mantenimiento.
Okay. Eric Josué.
Present.
Erika Vanessa.
Present, Miss.
Okay. Farina Lisbeth. Farina. Okay. Fátima Janet.
Present, teacher.
Good. Gonzalo Federico.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Irene Beatriz. Irene Beatriz. Iris Concepción.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Jacqueline Karina.
Present, Miss.
Okay. Janet América.
Present, Miss.
Okay. Jennifer Vanessa.
Present.
José Alberto.
It's here, teacher.
Good. Luis Andrés.
Present, teacher.
Good. María de los Ángeles.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Marina Inés. Marina Inés. No. Nancy Guadalupe. Nancy Guadalupe. Okay. René Misael.
Present, teacher.
Salma Anaí.
Present.
Sonia Maribel.
Present, Miss.
Okay. Chancy Esmeralda. Chancy Esmeralda. Judy Guadalupe? Judy? No. Soreida Beatriz? Soreida? No. Okay, well, thanks. Anybody who didn't answer in the moment? So I can add you to the list if you didn't answer in the moment? No?
Teacher, no sé si escuchó cuando dije que estaba presente. Soy ya.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Well, so let's continue here. Okay. Do you remember that we have a question? When we want to know someone's profession, the question is, what do you do? What do you do? That is the question when we want to know about someone's profession. What do you do? I'm a seller, I'm a vendor, I'm an engineer, I'm a technician, can be, right? Well, in that case, I'm a doctor, I'm a nurse, I'm a receptionist, I'm a police officer. Okay, so that's the question directly. What do you do? But in this case, we are asking about someone else. Do you remember that when we want to talk about, or when we want to ask about she, we use does. So in this case, do, because I want to know about you. What do you do? But the question now is, what does she do? Because I want to know about she. So I use does. Right? That is something that we have been practicing. We have been practicing, we use does for he, she, it when we want to do a question. Okay? When we want to do a question, we use does before the person, he, she, or it. Well, it is not a person. So, but that is the same question. What does she do? In that case, we are trying to know about occupations or professions. So that's the question. What does she do? What does your father do? What does your sister do? What does your friend do? What does your daughter do? So if you want to know someone else's profession, it's the same, right? Just in case you're gonna change that by maybe daughter. You're gonna change by son, by sister, etc. So you can use instead of she, daughter, son, sister, brother. Well, in that case, he is here, right, brother? But it's the same. Okay, so that is the question. So you're gonna ask questions about these people. What does she do? She is a doctor. You can say, what does number one? What does number two? No in order, right? Not necessarily in order. What does number 10 do? He is, in this case. But if you talk about this lady, what does she do? Or what does number 8 in this case? Because we don't know her name, right? So what does number 8 do? She is in this case because it's a lady, and he is because it's a boy. Okay, so that's the exercise. For example, let's do it here. Can you do a question for one of your classmates, please? I'm gonna send you the screenshots. Give me a second, please. I'm gonna send you the screenshots so you can work watching the screenshots, watching the pictures. Okay. Give me a second, please, to send the pictures. Okay, there you have the pictures, the images, and I'm gonna send the different professions. Give me a second to send them for you. Okay. Second, okay, now. Okay, so now there you have the screenshots, and there you have the jobs, right? So you can ask, what the question is, what does, in this case, say number 8, number 9, okay? Because we don't have a specific name, a specific name. So please, let's practice here to see how to do it in the breakout room. So do the question for one of your classmates, please. One volunteer to do the question. The way that you're gonna practice in the breakout room. What is the question? To know someone else's profession. The question is, what does, in this case, number 8, number 4, etc. Yes, Rene?
Yes.
What
What
is the,
does
yes?
what does number 11
Do. Do, right? What does number 11 do? Use the full sentence, please. Okay, what does number 11 do? The question is for who? Rene, choose one classmate.
for Jennifer?
Okay, Jennifer, what does number 11? Rene says, what does number 11 do?
Do.
What is, Jennifer, Vanessa, okay. Number 11, let me see who's number 11. Okay, I wait for you. Check. Number 11. Anybody who wants to help Jennifer? Who wants to help Jennifer?
He is a bellhop.
He is a help hop. Correct. He is a help hop. Okay, thanks, Mr. Beltran. Okay, one more person do the question for someone else. What does the question? Cecilia, do the question, please.
What does number 10 do?
Okay. Who will answer?
Janet America.
Okay. Janet. What number, excuse me? Can you repeat the question, Cecilia, please?
What does number 10 do?
Okay, what does number 10 do? America?
He is a front desk clerk.
He is, because he's a boy, a front desk clerk. Correct. Now, Carolina, thanks, America. Can you do a question?
Okay, teacher. What does number 4 do?
What does number 4 do? Who will
Betty.
answer? Who, excuse me? Betty. Who is Betty? I don't remember. Oh, Betsy. What did you say?
Bessie.
Betsy.
Bessie que conteste.
Okay. Yeah, no, I listened that you said Betty.
Bessie.
Yeah, I didn't remember any Betty. Okay, so yeah, Bessie. Okay, Bessie, what does number
4?
4? What does number 4 do, Bessie?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Okay. Anybody who wants to help, Bessie?
She is a host.
Correct. She's a host.
Okay.
Correct. She is a
Gracias.
host. Okay. She's a host. Okay, I'm gonna send you the answers, okay? Give me a second to send you the answers. Give me a second to send you the answers. Okay, there you have the answers. So what you have to do is watch and check, because the idea is that you get familiar with the vocabulary. Okay, so the question is, what does number 11 in this case, right? Because we don't have the name of those, let's say, what? Of that people, okay? So in that case, we don't have their names. So we're gonna mention the number. But remember, please, remember, in that case, you have to answer he or she. Look at the picture, okay, number 4, and look at the answer. And number 4 is host. Okay, but look at the picture, not just the answer, please. So you're gonna keep the image of a accountant, for example, of a bellhop, of a salesperson, of the cashier. Okay, so please do it in that way. Do that exercise in that way. Look at the picture when you answer. If you don't remember the name, server, vendor, receptionist, look at the answer, but look at the picture too, or first to the picture and then to the name of the profession. Okay, the noun. Okay, so please. Okay, well, let me answer. So sorry. Disculpen que me detenga un rato, pero vamos a contestar aquí. Okay, that's what I can answer and answer because tendría que interrumpir many times the class. Okay, so in that case, that's the way that we need to do it, the exercise. Look at the picture and look at the name or look at the noun of the profession, of the occupation, okay? And remember, she is, he is. And the question, what does? What does number 1 do? What does number 4 do? That is equivalent to what does she do? What does he do? What does Carlos do? What does your brother-in-law do? Anybody, right? Is that clear? The practice? Any question about the practice? No questions? So I'm gonna create the breakout rooms so you can go to practice.
Teacher,
Yes?
teacher, yo ya hace ratito me conecté porque no me daba el internet y ya había tomado la foto.
Okay, let me see. Opening the list again. And well, what's your name?
Nancy Guadalupe Lozano López.
Okay, Nancy Guadalupe. Okay, well, here you are. Okay. Okay, well, let's take another picture. Anybody else? So maybe we can do it and we can continue with the class. I don't know, anybody else? No? Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so let's continue with the practice. Here we go. Let me open the breakout rooms so you can go to practice. That question is just a question, right, in the vocabulary. I think maybe 2 rounds of 3 minutes, right? Short, because it's, I mean, so you can ask to different people. Don't forget the question, please. What does?
How's it going, teacher? It's me, Bobby, here.
Yeah, huh?
How are
Nice
you?
to see you. Nice to
Same
see
here.
you.
Hey, what a nightmare. The classes with the ANSP, right?
Ah, yes, it is.
With the connection. Oh,
Yeah.
man. Did they
With,
tell you that? I'm
with
sorry, go ahead.
everything, yeah, with everything, audio connection, you know, things that we have to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
it's
nightmare.
been really,
It's been
really,
a challenge, huh? It's been a
yes,
challenge.
yes, it's been definitely.
Okay. Go ahead, do your thing. I'll come back in a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
Hey, look, two things. Tell them to open the cameras, okay? To the ones who are not opening the cameras, and tell this is basic two, right?
Yes, I always do. I
Yeah,
always,
yeah. And try to encourage them to use Spanish. You know, teacher, how do you say tal cosa in English? You know, so that they get used to trying to speak English. Okay.
yes.
All right. Have fun, teacher. See you in a minute.
See you. Thanks. Let's wait for the rest of your classmates. Okay, now, you were doing a good job, okay? What does the full question and the answer, he is, she is. So at the same time, question and answer. So you will have the opportunity to practice the question and practice the vocabulary that is about professions. Okay, let's go the second and last round. Okay, let's go again with different people. So let me recreate. And here we go again. Okay. So remember, my dear people, always try to work with your cameras on, please. Okay, work with your cameras on. We take into account that. Okay, we always take into account that if you are working with your cameras on. Okay, so here we go again. With different people, I think with different people.
Hi. Hi, Brian.
Hi. Ya estamos en la principal.
Yes, time is
Yes,
over. Okay, we're gonna continue. Well, let's wait for the rest of your classmates. They are still in the breakout rooms, so let's wait 3 seconds. Okay, now. Okay, now I think that we got familiar, right, with the professions and the jobs, with the pronunciation. Okay, so we can move on to the next part. We have here a doctor works in a hospital. A nurse works in a hospital too. Okay? In a hospital, in an office. So we have to mention each profession in each place. Each profession in each place. That's what we're gonna do in this moment. Okay, and then you're gonna use the simple present. Do you remember? Works, goes. But in this case, we just need to say, let's say, for example, right? It's not a doctor, but a doctor works in a store. A doctor works in a hotel. Okay, different things. But first, we need to figure it out. Who works in an office? Always check the vocabulary that you have, okay? Check the vocabulary that you have. So, who works in an office?
In an office, accountant.
Okay, in an office works an accountant. Okay, correct. In an office works an accountant. Who else works in an office? Anybody else?
In an office, a receptionist.
Works.
Receptionist.
Works a receptionist. But say the verb. Say the verb,
okay.
please. In an office, works
a
receptionist.
A receptionist.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Who else? An accountant, a receptionist. Who else? Anybody else?
And an office
works.
And office manager.
Okay, can you repeat, please? In an office?
In an office office manager.
Okay, works. Okay, something. Before the professions in English, we use a and an. Okay? Remember, if the profession starts with a vowel, we use an accountant. Okay? You are receptionist. So in English, we use receptionist, right? So we use a or an accountant, a receptionist. I know that in Spanish that is not necessary, right? Because we don't say una doctora, un doctor, allá, no. We don't use it, but in English, yes. When you give or talk about a profession, an occupation, use an accountant, an engineer, okay? Or if the profession, if the job, the occupation begins with a consonant, like in this case, receptionist, we use a receptionist, a doctor. Okay, so please use this, a and an, all right? So let's continue. Who else works in an office?
In an office work, office manager.
Okay, in an office works an office manager, correct? Because in that case, And because we have office. With, yes, with a vowel, office manager. So we need to say, in an office works and an office manager, correct? Anybody else? Nobody else?
In an
Oh.
office,
In an
office, girl as secretary.
Works.
Work.
Works. Okay, but remember that we are trying to use the vocabulary. Okay, the vocabulary that we were practicing. Okay, so.
Okay.
But thanks. Thank you. Okay, so let's see here. What else we have here in an office? Okay, so now let's move in a store.
In a store, works. Ay, se me perdió cómo decirlo. El guardia. Es
guard.
Security guard.
Security guard.
Guard, ¿verdad?
Yes, we don't pronounce the U. Security guard. Correct.
Security guard.
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 Okay, there you are. Thanks, Mr. Espinosa. Correct. In a store, excuse me, works as security guard. Who else?
In a store, work a cashier.
Works
A cashier.
A cashier. Excellent. Correct. We are, right? A cashier. Who else?
A cashier.
In a store, works a salesperson.
Okay, correct. A salesperson. Anybody else? No?
Maybe in a store work a vendor?
Works, because it's singular. Works.
Well,
remember that a vendor is more for out of the store. Out of the store, right? It's more for out of the store. Okay, well, let's continue with a hotel. The last. Who works in a hotel?
In a hotel works a receptionist.
Correct. In a hotel works a receptionist. Okay. Oh, specifically, remember, we have someone more specific for a hotel.
From desk.
Correct. Front desk clerk. In a hotel works a front desk clerk. Who else works in a hotel?
In a hotel works a bellhop.
Okay, correct. Mr. Vasquez and someone else. I couldn't see your name. Okay, so yes, in a hotel works bellhop, you say, right? Bellhop.
Yeah, bellhop.
Okay, so correct. So you see, that is the way to express, okay, to express the profession, the occupation, someone's profession, occupation. So remember, please, always we have to use works because it's in general, it's in present. In general, in present. Okay, so works. He, she, anybody works because it's in present. In general, it's just one person. Like, and a doctor, a nurse, an engineer, an accountant, etc. Okay? Okay, well, let's continue. Was good. You see this question here? Do you remember the verb where? This?
Vestir.
Excuse me?
Vestir.
Usar.
Yeah, so just tell me yes, I do. Okay, so the verb where Wears is when we have things on, right? On our body. So we won't say use. No, right? Never. I use a what? Purple blouse. Purple and black blouse. No, never. I wear.
I
Okay.
wear.
I wear. Never use. Okay. Even things like this. Bracelet. I wear bracelet. I wear necklaces. Okay. Or I wear a necklace because it's on me. Okay, so everything that you have on your body, you will say wear. Wear. Okay, so tell me. Let me see. If you have glasses, I don't have my glasses around. But if you wanna say, I wear glasses. Glasses. I wear glasses. No, I use. Mr. Rosales wears, because it's in present in general. Mr. Rosales wears glasses. Okay? Everything that is on your body, you will use wear. Maribel wears headsets. Headsets like this, right? So she wears because it's on her body. Okay? Allison wears glasses. Allison wears glasses. Okay? Is that clear? Yes, right? Everything on your body. Even if you have a backpack, you know, even if you have a backpack, a shoulder bag, right? A shoulder bag, you can say a handbag, a handbag. Okay, let me see if I have a handbag around. Okay, so you see this, even this, right? Even this. Let me see if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. But this is a bag, right? A handbag. So it's in my hand. So I'm gonna say I wear a handbag. I wear, because this, okay, on my arm, maybe on my shoulder. You see, on my shoulder. So I wear. Okay, so don't forget it. We use wear with everything on our body. Okay, so now we can continue. Okay, so now we go with a conversation. Let's listen.
Page 51. Exercise 3. Conversation. What does he do? Listen and practice.
Where does your brother work? In a hotel. Oh, really? My brother works in a hotel too. He's an accountant. How does he like it? He hates it. He doesn't like the manager. That's too bad. What hotel does he work for? The Plaza. That's funny. My brother works there too. Oh, that's interesting. What does he do? Actually, he's the manager.
Oops. Well, that's a little bit funny, right? Her mother doesn't like the manager, and her brother is the manager. Okay, what a coincidence, right? What a coincidence. Can you imagine that you tell me, well, where does your mother work? Ah, she works at Siman. Ah, and in this case, right, you see this question. How does he or how does she like it? How does she or how does he? So it means, ¿qué le parece, right? ¿Qué le parece? Something like that. How does he or she like it? So in that case, I'm gonna tell, or you're gonna tell me, well, she hates her boss. She hates her boss. And imagine that the boss is my brother. Okay, so that's what happened here, right? That's what happened here. Let's listen again and you will see what I said.
Page 51. Exercise 3. Conversation. What does he do? Listen and practice.
Where does your brother work?
Okay, where does your brother work? Where? In this case is where, right? The place. Where does your brother work? In a hotel.
In a hotel. Oh, really? My brother works in a hotel too.
Okay, you see? Oh, really? My brother works because it's third person, right? Because it's singular. It's one person and it's in present. So my brother works. Always keep in mind that, please. My brother works in a hotel. My brother works in a hotel too. He's an accountant.
He's an accountant. How does he like it? He hates it. He doesn't like the manager.
Okay, how does he like it? So they are talking about the job, the hotel. So she say, he hates it. It means the brother hates the hotel. Okay, hates the job because he doesn't like the manager. He doesn't like the manager.
That's too bad. What hotel does he work for?
Okay, that's too bad because he hates the manager. And the other question is, what hotel does he work for? It's like where, right? Specifically.
The Plaza. That's funny. My brother works there too.
Okay, that's the coincidence. Her brother works in the same hotel. And guess what? Her brother is the manager that the other guy hates. Okay, you see?
Oh, that's interesting. What does he do? Actually, he's the manager.
Okay, you see? Actually, he's the manager. Is the one that the other brother hates. Okay. Remember that hate is the opposite of love. Okay? Love is the opposite of hate. So her brother hates the manager, and the manager is the other girl's brother. What a coincidence, right? And something I want to tell you here, this expression, actually. Okay, actually. Actually is not actualmente, right? It's more just like de hecho. Actually, de hecho, actually he's the manager. Okay, so remember this word, this expression, because some people say actually instead of nowadays, right? Actualmente, but it's different. It's more than de hecho. Okay, did you do the homework? Actually, I sent it. De hecho, hasta ya lo envié. Actually, I already sent it. Okay, So that is an expression. And here we have the question, what does he do? Third person, remember the changes in the verb. My brother works. What does he work for? What hotel? He doesn't. Negative that you already learned to. Negative forms. He doesn't like the manager. Okay? Okay, so volunteer. One volunteer to do this conversation before you go to the breakout room to practice pronunciation.
Yo,
You,
Ceci.
Ceci, you are Jordan. And who wants to be Alicia?
Delmi.
Okay, Delmi, you are Alicia. Okay, Ceci, please, go ahead.
What does your brother work?
In a hotel.
Hotel, in a hotel.
Hotel.
Oh, really? My brother works in a hotel too. He's an accountant.
How does he like it?
He hates it. He doesn't like the manager.
That's too bad. What hotel does he work for?
What hotel? Hotel, what hotel?
What hotel?
The plaza.
Hotel. That's funny. My brother works there too.
Oh, that's interesting. What does he do?
Interesting, interesting.
Interesting.
Actually, he's the manager.
Okay, actually, he's the manager. Okay, okay. Okay, so that's what we're gonna practice. I don't know if you have any question about the vocabulary. No, so let's go to practice. Remember, I tried to explain the expressions, the structures, but the structures are not new for you. Okay, the structures are not new for you. Because they are simple present, affirmative, negative. Okay, so they are, I mean, in the book, they are putting together all the information that we learned, okay? They are using the information, the structures that you learned a couple of days ago. Okay, so if you don't have any question, let's go to practice. I'm gonna create groups of 3 and 4. So I hope that you join the breakout room so everybody can participate. I'm gonna create trios in case that it happens, you know, that someone leaves the meeting, the breakout room because of the internet. You have someone else to practice, okay? That's why I'm gonna do trios. But if the 3 of you are in the breakout room, take turns. Take turns to do the conversation. Okay, let's go 5 minutes to practice. Let me see. 30 seconds for everybody to come back. Let's wait for some classmates. Okay. Now everybody together. Okay, so you see, there we have some expression, right? I was explaining to one group, oh well, yeah, it was one group, about the pronunciation. So remember, I was telling them, and I think it's good for everybody. I'm gonna repeat it. So the verb is hate, the original, right? The original verb is hate. So if we use I, you, or we, they, no change. So hated. In that case, I pronounce hated. 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 But if I use he, she, or it, remember that we need to add the S, right? Change. Hates. Hate, hates. So if I have it, the pronunciation will be hates it. Hates it. Because we have the S. So he hates it. And in this case, hate it. I, you, we, they hate it. Because I don't have S. But in this case, I have an S. So the pronunciation is hates it. He, she hates it. Okay? Well, that's something that I wanted to mention about pronunciation. Okay, tell me now. Let's have a conversation. Where does, let's say, if you want, you can invent. Okay, you can invent. Where does your mother work? Where does your mother work?
My mother
Your mother works?
Tortilla?
Tortillas. No, in that case, my mother works at home. She makes or she prepares tortillas or tortillas. Okay, my mother works at home. Okay, because she's at home, right? Yes? So my mother works at home.
At home.
Yes, works at home. She prepares or she makes tortillas. All tortillas, okay? So delicious. Good. Okay, good. Okay, thanks, Mr. Espinosa. Okay, let's see someone else. What does your mother do? My mother?
My mother works to make dresses.
Okay, my mother works.
To make
no.
dresses. No.
No. My mother works, if you say the place, right? In that case would be at home too. My mother is a dressmaker.
A dressmaker, yeah.
She works at home. So you will tell me the profession, okay? Or the place. Or the place. Or the place. My mother works at home, okay? Or my mother, or she is a dressmaker.
Yes, entonces my mother works in an office.
Okay, that's another possibility. My mother works in an office. If I say where, right? Because I'm asking the place. ¿Dónde? Where? But if I said, what does your mother do? Ahí sí preguntamos the profession. What does your mother do? That is different. Where does your mother work? So remember that where is the place and what is the profession. What does your mother do? She's a dressmaker.
Secretary?
Okay, so she's a secretary. So the question is, what does your mother do? But if I ask, where does your mother work? She works in an office. She works in Seguro Social. What Seguro Social? She works at a bank. So it's different, right? Remember, what does is the profession and where is the place? Okay, well, that's the idea, right? That we recognize the two different questions. So let's continue. Let me go back to this part. Here we have some other professions, right? Some other professions. An ambulance driver that is similar to a bus driver, taxi driver. You see, you just add the specific. In this case, doctor, waiter, that is similar to waitress, right? But if this is a boy and the waitress is a girl. Waiter, you see that is similar to a server. Waiter. Okay? And she is an ambulance driver. What does he do? What does he do?
Taxi driver.
He is
a taxi driver.
Correct. He is or he's a taxi driver. Correct. That's correct. Okay, so we're gonna work here. I take people to the emergency room. So you have to match. Okay, you have to match. You're gonna say this and someone else will guess the profession. I take people to the emergency room. You are what? To the emergency room? An ambulance driver, maybe, right?
Maybe.
The ambulance, maybe the ambulance driver. So you see, so you have to guess. I wear an uniform. Does a taxi driver wear a uniform?
No.
No, right? No.
But the nurse, yes.
So maybe a nurse or maybe a doctor, right? They use the jacket, maybe. So you see, the ambulance driver, they wear uniform too. So we have different possibilities. Okay, I work in a hospital, I work in a restaurant. So you are going to use these sentences to guess the profession. So you're gonna choose, I work in a hospital. A. B, are you a nurse? Are you a doctor? You can change, I work in a hotel. And let's say, I clean, I receive, okay? I receive guests, I receive the people. So you're gonna say, a front desk clerk. So the idea is that you're gonna guess who that person is, what profession, if it's a waiter, a waitress. Okay, so let's do a practice here. Volunteers. So we will guess the profession that you are thinking. A volunteer. For example, if I said, let's say, I help doctors. I help doctors. Are you? Tell me. Guess. I help doctors. Who am I?
Are you a nurse?
Correct. Are you a nurse? Yes, I am. I am a nurse. Correct. So that's the idea, right? You have to give a clue, okay? Una pista por ahí, and your classmate will guess who you are. Okay, another example can be, I drive people everywhere. I drive people everywhere.
Are you a taxi driver?
Yes, I am a taxi driver. Okay, so that's the idea. That's the game. Okay, so you're gonna give maybe this, right? I wear a uniform. I help sick people. You can use these expressions or other expressions like I did. That's the game. Okay? Is that clear? Questions? Or it's clear, the activity, the game. This is a game. Yes or no, my dear people?
Teacher, puedo decir, I like to make food.
Okay, could be, yes. I like to. Yes, I like to make food. Yeah, I like to cook. Correct. Excellent.
Yes.
That's the idea. Okay, let me share this. So you can model. You can model that conversation, right? Or something similar, as your classmate said. That's a good possibility. Okay, so let's go to play. Okay, let's go. Is he your son? Miss Lozano, is he your son?
No, is here.
It's a girl. So?
Again.
Okay, so tell me, she's my?
She's my girl's
daughter.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
So
Thank
cute,
you.
right? So cute. Okay. She is my daughter. Okay.
She is my daughter.
Okay, good. Okay, well, that's what we have, right? Okay, well, it's time, my dear people. It's time. So tomorrow we're gonna continue working with the next topic, and maybe we're gonna model part of the game, okay, tomorrow, because today, in this moment, I have to leave, but tomorrow we're gonna model this game, okay, for all the class. Okay, so it was a pleasure to start a new week with you. Hope to see you tomorrow. Okay, thanks for your attendance.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night,
Bye,
teacher.
teacher. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night. Take care, teacher.
You too. Take care. Have a nice night.
Night.
Bye-bye, Miss Nancy, with your little daughter.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.